Marketing, advertisements, phenomenal deals, and so much more. You're doing everything you're supposed to, yet people still aren't buying from you. So you've started a business and you've poured your heart into your product and you've done everything you thought you knew about marketing to generate sales, yet you're in a slump. People just aren't checking out what it is you're selling. What's the one place where you're lacking? What's something that's been driving your customers away? In the New Rules of Marketing and PR, David Meerman Scott says, understanding buyers and building an effective content strategy to reach them is critical for success. So today we're going to take a deep dive into the world of marketing and let you in on a few secrets that will guarantee sales. Who are you selling to? Now, this might seem like a pretty straightforward question, and you probably had an answer in mind when you heard it. The very fundamental of business is to identify a target audience. You might assume that based on your product's ease of use, multifunctional behavior, it's something that could be used by just about anybody. But being too general in your marketing is a very common mistake. I'm going to walk you through a fast exercise here to help you change the way you think about this. To redefine your marketing approach, think about a hammer and a paintbrush. It is true, you can't just say paintbrushes are only for artists or a hammer is only going on sale for a construction crew. Products, by their very design, are meant to be used by just about everyone. And here's the thing, if you give someone who's never painted in their life a paintbrush, you'll soon see it collecting dust in the back of a closet somewhere because it's not the product for them. Likewise, everyone could do well to have a few tools, but that doesn't mean that they'll make enough use of them to buy the best of the best, and they're certainly not going to become return customers for a hardware store. So while anyone can benefit from your product or service, like the example I just used, it still doesn't mean that everyone's going to reach for it. This is crucial when you think about marketing your side hustles or your business or your product. What product or service are you selling? What unique features set you apart from other similar products? Share that in the comments below. We'll start brainstorming and helping each other. But now let's imagine funneling loads and loads of cash for social media marketing and advertising and targeting the wrong audience. How terrible would that be? Not only are you going to skip the ads, but they're not even interested enough in the product to recommend it to someone else. If anything, they're not even interested enough in what you're selling to think about it when they need it later on. Okay, now that we're done with the tough love portion of this video, it's time to get practical. Who are your real customers and why? If you're a business owner who believes that narrowing their target audience is the same as cutting into their profits, then let me reassure you that it's not. If anything, broadening your target audience is actually cutting into your funds. So now we're going to begin with the next 2 or 3 minutes to give you what you need to get more people to buy from you. That's by finding the right people. If running your business more effectively is something that appeals to you, then like and subscribe so that you can see more content like this as I release it. Okay, so you've come up with a killer product, right? But you don't come up with it overnight. Something must have led to the inception phase of your business. Recall that time. What problem were you trying to solve or did you need solved? Let's draw some inspiration from the story of Spanx. Before creating her multi-million-dollar business, Sarah Blakely was working as a door-to-door saleswoman. As part of her business uniform, she was required to wear stockings. Blakely didn't like how brittle they were and didn't enjoy how they'd write up whenever they wanted to. Plus, they provided no form-fitting features. They were more of a bother for her than anything else. So she set out to create a figure-hugging version of them that was better suited as a replacement for stockings. That's where Spanx came from. Initially, Blakely targeted women like herself, saleswomen who were required to wear stockings as part of their uniform. The product was a hit, and Blakely then expanded to include other working women. So see how she started with a group and worked out and grew her market. The company grew until Blakely eventually sold her company, retired comfortably, and can now enjoy the rest of her days without worrying about money at all. Sure, new business owners have a long way to go to living in a multi-million-dollar mansion like Blakely, but it all starts with the same first step, narrowing down a target audience. So what are your customers looking for? That's the key to this. An important aspect of creating a business and generating sales, which many business owners tend to forget, is that the people come before the product. Think back to when you wanted to create your product. You were once a part of the target audience you're now attempting to sell to, or at least you knew enough about their woes and worries to create a meaningful product. Think about those concerns that you had and that they shared with you. And now think about your product and ask yourself honestly, does my product solve those concerns? If it does, which obviously is ideal, then how easily and effectively does it solve the problems compared to other existing solutions? Does your product replace the existing one? Does it do the job better? And do you think the cost justifies its use? Is there a specific feature your product has that others don't? Your customers are looking toward your product for a solution to a problem you know they have. It's on you to make sure that your product not only delivers on its promise, but the marketing allows them to grasp that fact in an instant. Focus on the features your key customer is looking for, and they will sell themselves on it. Working your way up. You need to understand that a successful business is rarely an overnight one. Even those who spring up from nowhere usually have founders who have tried and refined over years. The goal is to create a product that creates word-of-mouth marketing and repeat business. Focus on the value your product adds to your specific market and work to improve your product and clearly articulate those benefits. Businesses take time to grow. Once you've found the right people for your product, you'll notice that people from within the community are looking toward your product without you having to put as much time and energy into advertising it. This is a good place to ask you to click the like and subscribe if you want more content like this on growing your business. Give this channel a little free advertising. In the end, it's important to understand that the most important thing for any business to succeed is to narrow down its target audience and extend its efforts solely toward them. This is the first step in generating sales and creating a thriving business. Have you reconsidered who your audience actually is since the beginning? Or maybe this video reinforced your belief that you're on the right track. Let us know about this in the comments below. Know your market's needs on more than a surface level. Address that need in a better, unique, or new way. Understand how this need impacts them. Your reputation will create free advertising as customers tell others. Create marketing to build on this and to really show a strong understanding of their hurt. And then watch this video that YouTube felt would help you with your next step.